Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are going to be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. And we are also going to be continuing our journey to Morpungth and see where the story continues. Last time we left off with quite a revelation that the meteor shower will not just be passing by, but will probably be visiting very directly, which is not a good thing. And we learned of several connections between our at least two of our main characters in this story and their mentor. And there we also have Buonish and her shenanigans in this story. And I'm looking forward to how this is going to continue. Like I said last time, this story is, at least from the get-go, already feels quite different from the previous two side stories that I have done so here in this Let's Play. That being the Green Lake one and the Rimmet Cup one. This one feels more like I said last time, like a main story almost, especially with the involvement of Manus Vindictae apparently in the whole thing, and I mean Matilda being part of the story as well is also a thing. So yeah, the writing so far and the stakes definitely make the story stand out quite a bit more, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this is gonna continue. But anyway, as always guys, thank you very much for all the likes and comments you leave behind. And speaking of, on the previous episode, Victor Rama 219 said, Morpungth soundtracks are really good. Speaking of, right on cue, the music. Sorry. Personally, the music in this event makes me feel so much emotion, especially the final battle one. Even the mission select music one from the soft voice, which slowly changes into the piano. I'm right on cue, what can I say? That gives me the shivers. Matilda is also the second best character after Vertin, I think, for MCing. She shows up in a number of really important events too, and funny how I think it implicates her rivalry with Vertin for a certain Italian. Vertin is the cool-headed, while Matilda is the emotional one. She might be funny and can be gullible at times, but she has real conviction and actual genius. True. Actually true. I wanna, again, I keep repeating myself, but I wanna reiterate, if I'm making fun of Matilda, it's not because I, dislike her as a character. I really like her as a character. She is funny, and as seen in chapter 4, especially in chapter 4, I think it was in 4. It was either 3 or 4. Can't remember when the scene was actually. Again, it's been a while. Pardon. But the one scene where she was talking about divination and stuff. During the main story, where she shifted from her usual goofiness and gullibleness into like this very serious tone and was literally delivering a very good explanation of how divination works and stuff like that. That was a good scene. That was a very good scene, and just shows how much more facets to her she actually has. And like you pointed out as well, and I responded to you in the comments as well, she is definitely a counterpart to Vertin, and even from a visual standpoint, like I literally responded to you, when you just put her and Vertin side by side, they really share a color gradient between each other. Their hair color is a pretty similar hair color between the two of them. Their eyes are different colors, but they are still sharing the same type of gradient, I would say. Like the hue is very similar between them. Honestly, it's their personalities that that depicts them apart, like you said. One is the collected one that has a portion of mischievousness to her, while being toned down. The other one is well, Matilda and her very expressive self. So yeah, pretty well put. Yeah, music, so far, I can agree, music is good. It didn't grip me yet so hard, but here is a thing. I was sitting here just a moment ago before hitting record on the whole thing, and listening to this tune, it reminded me of something. It reminded me so hard of something. So before I diverge into that, very quickly, just for a brief moment, thank you very much, Victor Rama, for the very nice and very descriptive comment for a lot of things. Now, what does this music remind me of? Well, there is a certain strategy game series that I have played from Oh god, when did the first one came out? Like 1999? Funny. By the way, I didn't even realize that until I just said it out loud. The first game came out 1999. And since then, the game had definitely music that was very emotional. And yes, it's a strategy game. It has amazing storytelling. And what it is and what the music is, how about I play you guys a clip? And that, my friends, was music from the game Homeworld: Deserts of Karak. The music piece, if I didn't forget to put it on screen, is called The First City of Karak. It's an amazing music piece, especially for the little place where it takes place, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. It is a series, it's probably storytelling-wise, and even gameplay mechanic-wise, probably my favorite strategy game series out there. Karak is a bit of an outlier because it's a ground-based strategy game compared to the rest of the series. The rest of the series is fully 3D space strategy, is essentially in all the angles and all the axes that you can imagine. But yeah, the whole series is full of amazing musical pieces like this one. Music that is used literally to tell a story on top of the story. And speaking of the story, the Homeworld series has an amazing story that it's telling from people that were exiled from their home, going essentially back home and reclaiming their old turf and old empire, and learning about their past and why things became the way they did and why they were on the desert planet of Karak. But yeah, it's an amazing series. There is another musical piece that I did want to use here that is way more impactful and carries way more weight, but if I use that one, it would literally nuke this video into oblivion. And it would do so because it entails Adagio 4 strings. Yes, the Homeworld series uses Adagio 4 strings in their compositions, and sadly, because of it, I cannot use it in this video to showcase it, because one of my favorite moments that comes from Homeworld 1 has Adagio 4 strings in it, and yeah, that is very heavily copywritten, so you know, you can't really use that one. But if you want to see what moment that is, I would suggest just Google Homeworld, Homeworld Adagio 4 strings, and you will probably find it immediately. But yeah, the Homeworld series has been a series that even more started to point me in the direction of engaging with story in games. And I don't really bring that up too often, but the very reason why I am, you know, so attached to music in games is because of, as stupid as it's gonna sound, no, it's not RPGs. I did not start with RPGs or action RPGs or whatever the hell that do have, you know, a heavy emphasis on storytelling like the Final Fantasy series back in the 90s. No, I started with strategy games. The first game on PC, essentially, or game series on PC that actually got me interested in story in games, like to pay very close attention to it, as funny as it sounds, is the Command & Conquer series. As funny as it sounds, it is the Command & Conquer series that got me into like paying attention to story in games. Before that, I played games on console, on a friend's one and my own. I had a Sega as I was a kid, but the games that I had, you know, didn't really had kind of story to them. Neither did he. So my buddy back then in Germany, so you know, didn't really grip me. But when I got back home, and my first encounter with PC gaming was with Command & Conquer, and the very first Command & Conquer, and the FMV style storytelling really began to interest me more into this aspect of storytelling. And later down the line, a good 10 years later, I think around 2005, 2006 is where I started playing RPGs more, and stuff like this, essentially, you know, turn-based RPG games. And that got me down the path of more storytelling in games and more, and we're here where we are. But yeah, Command & Conquer and Homeworld definitely played a huge role. Homeworld probably more than Command & Conquer, because it's a more rigid, more down-to-earth, more emotional, impactful storytelling method. Also, with that said, we do not talk about Homeworld 3. Homeworld 3 is a travesty. I will not hear it. That story was... oh. Anyway, with that out of the way, the only final thing I can say is the best horror game I have ever played comes from the Homeworld series, and it's Homeworld Cataclysm, which is nowadays called something else because stupid Blizzard and their oh no, we have the Cataclysm thing for our Warcraft expansion, no one else can have it, blah blah blah. But yeah, Homeworld Cataclysm is one of the best horror things out there, with such an amazing story and characters. I will not have it any other way. Anyway, how about we continue with our story? Apologies for the rant, but I just want to get that out there. So we left on stage 6. Now, I'll probably not gonna be finishing the story in this part, but let's see how far we can get today. The Sacred Fig. The past has a familiar weight that rests on the shoulders of its heirs. Still love this background. Especially when you're used to the continuous rain stuff that they always use. Old house. Grown by these many people, the old house seems even shabbier. The 5 of them sit around a piece of furniture that can barely be used as a table. The awkwardness surrounds them like a naughty bird. Like a naughty bird? That's a analogy, I guess. Also, one thing I want to say very quickly before we continue. I don't know what was wrong with my voice during the last recording. I swear I didn't strain it or anything. It just devolved as the whole thing was... As the whole recording kept going and going and going. I just felt like my voice kept losing itself and losing and being more... dry and raspy and everything. I just had to clear my throat so many times, so apologies for the last time and all the like that kind of stuff the entire way through. But yeah, anyway.
Thank you so much for your understanding, Mr. Sharma and Miss Bhuwanish.
Please, madam. You have my admiration for voluntarily taking care of these kids. Besides, technically speaking, this room doesn't belong to me anymore, but to my sister Kumar. I wish I could leave the house to you for future use.
He gestures for Kalabuna.
But you heard what the lady said. I don't even know if the house will survive the meteor.
This is probably not the best time for a sense of humor. Everyone in the room falls into silence. The coming crisis makes them heavy in mind. They sit on the dusted ground. Shamaine magically takes out several ceramic cups from his luggage.
This is the latest batch of Darjeeling tea. Some locals gave it to me when I went across their village. Ah, careful. It's hot.
He touches a cup to feel its temperature and passes out the cups one by one. Matilda snatches Kanjira's cup angrily. Matilda?
You two are in on it together? You've been lying to me all this time?
Oh no.
Hey, quiet before Mr. Jang. You don't lose anything, my lady. Please forgive me, will you? Now pass me cookies. I need to fill my belly and get to work.
This character.
My apologies, Miss Sharcha. I know this is totally out of the blue.
Kala Buna takes out her files again. She has carefully prepared herself to persuade the others.
And the details are yet to be verified. But our valuable time is running out. The last thing we should do is keep on waiting.
Her gaze sweeps the difficult and obscure data and words.
Kalabona.
Her face suddenly brightens up.
My, I think I know this name. I've read the paper co-authored by you and Professor Himani.
Huh? You've read my paper?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm studying in a public university in Chandigarh. I get to learn a lot of new stuff there. I had a whim to study astronomy before, and I remember reading it in a periodical.
Well, that's neat. She gesticulates at the papers.
Yes, I'm sure. It's the same name. This part, and this part. I've read them in your paper, but this one on the side? I don't know anything like it.
It's okay. That one involves the knowledge of Arcana.
Kalabuna relaxes a bit.
Anyway, this is good news. No, great news. So what are you doing in Moorpunk?
I swear, this woman has such a chill, deeper leaning ASMR voice.
Oh,
So
I
relaxed.
take care of the kids here in my spare time. Most of them are humans, but there are Arcanists too.
Uh-huh.
I see.
So, what are you going to do now?
Evacuate everybody? Warn everybody? Her question contains both confusion and worry.
I know the top priority is to evacuate the villages. But we don't have much time, since the Deepa festival will start in less than 4 days. Besides, things are complicated in this village.
Oh yeah? Is gonna be something between humans and Arcanists? She frowns at the thought. This could be tricky.
Most of them, including me, had moved to Chandigarh,
Okay.
and the rest of them...
What is the problem?
I've heard about that on the way here. Most villagers are reluctant to leave no matter what I say. I tried by starting with those young Arcanists, but shame it didn't work at all.
Their roots are too deep. They don't want to leave their homes.
The silver lining is, we have the helping hand of Miss Boanish. She will try to make contact with the Foundation as soon as possible. But we still need to evacuate every villager we can.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? This whole situation of, well, in this case, it's a meteor storm that is approaching not a single meteor, but this so heavily reminds me of, a anime movie that I watched a couple of years ago that I really liked, called Your Name. That's the name of the anime movie, Your Name, and it had to do with a meteor impact on a essentially a small mountain-esque rural village in Japan. It's a good movie. I recommend it.
We know almost nothing about Kumar's plan now. Not to mention her whereabouts or purpose.
The ice has been broken between them, but their moods have not yet lightened.
Relax. For now, we have two solutions to the problem.
Excuse me, what was that sound? Did he burp or... Okay, wait. Did he burp or did he, like... What was that? Oh, he was sipping tea. He was sipping tea. I was like, what the hell was that? Shamana raises both of his hands palms up.
First, let's find my clever evil sister so that our astronomer friend can figure out a way to stop the meteor. Or spread the word and tell everyone to take the earliest train and leave the impact area.
I like how chill this guy is. First, let's find my clever evil sister.
It's hard to be optimistic given the situation, but at least there is something we can do to reduce the damage. But if we continue to sit around waiting, the situation will only worsen. Come, let's think.
All right. Oh. Bushes and weeds grow throughout the yard. Matilda finds a relatively open area, taking out a silver device from her pocket with great caution. Sherja and Kanjira, the two people who are most familiar with the village, have set out to evacuate the villagers. Inside the house, Shamaine and Kalabuna are turning the room into a cloud of dust to find any possible clues about Kumar. The only quiet place left for Matilda to perform her duty as Foundation investigator is this long deserted yard.
Génial! Il est finalement utile!
Great, it finally comes in handy.
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. Welcome.
That looks like a calculator I once had. I will not lie. Oh, no. Not like a calculator I once had. There was a... what were they called again? It was like a... Oh, a digital planner. Right. That was a hand-me-down, but I like playing with that thing.
Arcane skill verification activated. Please make sure you are not equipped with any wands. Read out the random incantation displayed on the screen clearly. Make sure your tone remains stable.
Alright.
Fuego! Burn!
I love Matilda.
Verification success. Registered user, Matilda Buanish. Access level D.
These... Not gonna say it.
No abnormal arcane skill fluctuation detected in the area so far. Level D, access only supports quick report.
Okay. What does it say? Daily work registration, investigation, support application, emergency support application. Okay.
Accès insuffisant. La description dit... Donc seul un enquêteur peut demander un renfort via ce système.
Insufficient access. The description says, so only an investigator can request backup through the system.
Alors, à quoi ça sert de le transporter partout? Je pensais que ce serait utile pour les urgences.
So what's the point of carrying it all around all along? I thought it would be useful for emergencies.
Non, cela signifie-t-il que je vais rater l'occasion d'étudier l'énergie céleste en plus de gâcher ma chance de capturer le Manius?
Oh my god. This line delivery. Does this mean I will miss the opportunity to study the celestial energy plus blow my chance to capture the Manus?
La réception est terrible ici. Comment est-ce que je vais entrer en contact avec la Fondation?
The reception is terrible here. How am I going to get in touch with the Foundation? I swear.
Oh, that doesn't sound like any progress with her.
Nope.
And what I have here is only books. Books and books and books. Nothing else. Calf feeding and management. Is my sister really an astronomer? Was I mistaken about anything?
No, you were right, I would say.
Hey, Matilda, if you like, there should be the last 2 pieces of Plera J on the table. Remember to have them with tea, or it's going to hurt your throat and ruin your beautiful voice.
Wow.
Kanjira was ecstatic about those cookies. She even took 3 pieces with her when she left. I hope that kind human girl will get to the train station safely with those kids. Now, let's take a look at you. What are you doing? Is this the stone Kumar left to you?
Oh? Kala Buna carefully parts the stone. An idol emerges from it.
Vishnu?
Vishnu, huh?
Brahma creates, Shiva exterminates, and Vishnu safeguards the balance of the world,
Yeah.
lying on the ocean of stars. According to the materials, well, maybe I should explain it with mythologies for non-researchers. They mentioned 3 idols, but Vishnu's is the only one left, so she must have taken the other 2. Perhaps it's proof that Kumar abandoned the path of maintaining the balance in the first place. That mural there, she said the mythology on it has been passed down in her family.
That's true. I've recited that story at least 20 times. But the part on the mural, to be honest, it feels so out of place to me.
Yeah, which part?
It was more like foisted into those well-known myths. Like, a pair of ox horns on a horse's head.
The comparison brings a smile to Kalabuna's face, but she shakes her head.
An unusual metaphor. But actually, it plays a significant part in connecting all the mythologies we know. These mythologies are the primary material of our research. We've been trying to prove human science with basic Arcanum theory. In fact, there is a connection between them, and they can support each other.
She sighs.
If Arcanists and humans could get along, I suppose the world would have developed faster than it does now.
My girl, that sentence can be applied to humanity as a whole. If humans would have gotten along a long time ago, who knows where we would end up now at this point in life. But funnily enough, some things would maybe never happen? It's weird. It's weird. Strife can sometimes bring advancements, but it's a price heavy paid. Anyway, sensing Shamane's confusion, Kalabuna pauses to reorganize her language.
It's not easy to explain it through, but in short, there is another universe in the shape of an egg affecting reality. We call it the meditator's realm.
Okay.
Just like our daily dreams, you can enter it once you fall asleep. But that's not how we do it. We connect part of our gnosis with the realm through a special kind of meditation.
Okay.
It's not as easy as it sounds. One needs to either master the meditation skills like we do, or use a special medium as an anchor.
She raises her hand, showing the Vishnu idol to them.
Some mythologies are the original translation of the realm, an existence that cannot be observed through the methods in this world, can be located as long as it is included in mythology. That's how we located that star.
Uh-huh.
Sadly, if we can't prove its existence with data recorded by human technology, our discovery is useless.
I'm surprised. For all this time, she has never given up on studying the old Arcanum tale of our family.
You can even say she's fanatic about it. It's just...
Kalabuna frowns.
Indeed, we can do a lot of supernatural things in the realm. If your mind is calm or your anchor is strong enough, you can even do whatever you want. But it's limited inside there.
Huh. So what's the idea gonna be here? Is Kumar trying to expand that realm that is only accessible through meditation and cannot influence the outside, anything outside of it? Is she trying to expand that thing into reality? Is this the plotline we have here?
Remember I said it's like our daily dreams? Just think of it as a controllable one. Everything in the realm is created based on reality. In other words, it's nothing but a mirror. And the images in a mirror can never affect reality.
Yeah. You could say they are basically a reality of their own.
It's impossible to bring anything into the realm, not to mention taking anything out. But the statues in the cave actually exist in this world. They are tangible. That means she's gone much further than I do. She mastered a method I'm not aware of. What bewilders me is her arcane skill. How did she do that if not for the Manus' help?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. She also knows that cave a lot better than I do, right?
Jermaine goes to the book pile on the other side of the room and casually opens the Underground Survival Guide on top.
We never hung out much. How long did she stay in the village on her last visit? A month maybe? Or 2 weeks? I'm not sure. I even crushed her glasses by accidentally sitting on them. Those are the same glasses you have on your belt.
Ah, God. I did that once by mistake. I sat on my glasses, my reading glasses in my car at one point because I put them on the seat. Because I was putting on my sunglasses that also have prescription on them. And I sat on my normal glasses. The glass luckily didn't break, but I had to repair them.
At that time, I thought she was a distant relative I don't know of. After all, it's rare to meet someone so clever and open-minded in this village. I even lent this room to her. This was my secret basement, you know. But only after we parted did my father tell me that she's my sister. They sent away for lack of arcanum talent.
Ah.
I do remember those days roughly. Back then, I couldn't find her in the institution. I was all alone for a long time.
What happened to her has inevitably affected me. I grew more and more rebellious against the family rules. It's like a story full of cliches. Giving up the training, refusing to listen to my father, skipping all the practice I could possibly avoid. I didn't want to be the blockhead hedged by the so-called family heritage. Of course, at the end of the story, I paid my price for breaking away.
Of course. The arm. He raises the rough prosthesis and stops turning the pages.
But I think for her, it is even harder to break free.
Ooh. Okay, I see. The two of them are in the middle as children. He gently takes out a photo from the book. Also, every adult's face is scratched out.
I guess her plan is to invite me over to this dump full of bad memories. And swoosh, boom, smash all the annoyances with a star. That's a solemn ending. Pity the ones she hates are all gone now.
Kalambuna takes the photo from him.
But how come you're invited too? Did you upset her as well?
That's a good point. Hatred could be the most likely reason.
I don't think she hates the two of you. That's the thing. I don't think she hates the two of you. Don't think that's the reason she invited you here.
Actually, we didn't get along well after we left the university.
Kalambuna touches the girl in the photo with her fingertip.
Ever since our identities as Arcanists were exposed, we couldn't stay in the institution anymore. That's also the beginning of our disagreement. I always thought that, on the way to proving myself, ourselves. We were each other's only friend and best partner. How could I finish my study in a campus full of humans without her?
The small idol in her palm is a bit cool to the touch.
But then my mind was changed.
Her voice lowers.
I wouldn't have connected Kumar with the Manus Vindictae if Hermione's words were all I heard. But I know that was not the first time they made contact.
You mean...
Yes. I don't know the reason, but the Manus has contacted her long ago. She gave them the cold shoulder at the time. But I knew something inside her had changed.
Huh. The first spark of interest?
Soon after that, she left me, taking all the materials with her. I know the only thing I can do to meet her again is keep walking on the way to study that celestial body. That will lead me to her one day. As I said, we could frequently feel the existence of each other from the changes of the celestial body. But she could always find more information than I do, because the traces left by Arcanum are more obvious than those left by science. This connection between us conveyed my belief to her that one day we would meet again as colleagues. I just didn't expect that this would be the final outcome of my observation, or that we would end up on the opposite sides.
Can there be any lamer stories to tell than these two?
For now, we can't find more clues in her house. Maybe we should go to the shrine again? How much do you remember the myth of your family? As I just said, that was the primary material of her study.
Oh, Matilda? Oh, Jesus.
A genius you are, Matilda!
Oh my god. Leave it to Matilda to break the tension. What happened?
Running and jumping around with hot tea. I sure know the fun within. But at my age, with the benefit of hindsight, I have to tell you to be careful. You might get burned by the tea.
No, it's the spice! The spice in the tea!
Huh?
More spice to it? I do have a dozen kinds of different spices with me. Looks like you are very used to them in tea.
Exactly! These spices!
Yes, what of them? Matilda pats herself on the chest proudly.
Now it's time for Matilda to show you her best shot!
Oh god, the smirk. That stupid smirk. What is happening? I'm terrified.
The orb. Cumin. Oh, you also have clove blossom here. Fantastic.
Oh, is she gonna use... Is she gonna like light the spices on fire and use the fumes for meditation or something? Kalabuna picks up a transparent blue crystal to look at it.
The crystal divination. I've spent too much time in the human world to remember the convenience of Arcanum.
If I can foresee any sign about Kumar, our problem will be ended. With the help of the great Matilda, of course. Okay, take a deep breath. Give me your hands. Rest them on top of mine. Yes, like that.
Oh, this just reminds me as well. I saw that you guys pointed out that this skin for Matilda is actually available in the free battle pass that is available right now with the current battle pass because of the new chapter to the main story that was added. And yes, I did take it. The other two I didn't really care about too much because well, I have a stronger connection to this character. Anyway.
Now, think of Kumar in your head.
Oh? Oh, both of them are. Okay. Oh, glasses? Yeah. Those are some fancy glasses.
Odd.
The train station?
What is this? Is that the train station?
It is. Is she there? Instead of showing the sign as usual, the fog in the orb grows unexpectedly. It surges and gathers into a mass of black slime. Ooh, oh, this thing. The Manus mask. Matilda snaps open her eyes.
The Manus already reached Moorpunk?
Oh, that's a problem. Holy shit, this was a long cutscene. I just realized. I just realized this was a long-ass cutscene. But yeah, so far, no real, like, little... I don't remember. Was there a little extra document? Oh, there was the battle one. But yeah, no extra, like, little thingies. Oh, this one looks special. Story, surprise, and archers. Okay, you actually have difficulty levels, but just to beat them. The silver bangle. Ding dong cling clang. These sounds always come at such inopportune times. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You don't say.
Hurry up, Ajur! Bring those guys too! Take the tuk-tuk to the train station. Here are a few spots in my caravan.
Gotta love that those vehicles are just called tuk-tuk. It sounds so ridiculous and I love it.
Yes, boss.
No, wait. Where's Sharja? What took her so long? Wasn't she with you?
I saw her. Went to the other side of the village.
What the hell was wrong? Is that just a recording? Screwed up, hold on.
Over there? I remember. That's...
I saw her. Went to the other side of the village.
Oh god, yeah, something was wrong with the recording there. Can you hear this?
I saw her. Went to the other side of the village.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting mutilated by some kind of voice matrix. I don't even know how to call it. Something is screwing with the sound. What the hell was that? The tongue click.
Sir, please trust me.
She wobbles her head while begging with sincerity.
You have to convince your father. It's not like before.
Sharja, it's not that I don't want to talk to my father.
He bends over to place the candle before the stairs, lining it up neatly with the other candles.
You have come to me, I don't know, so many times. Father has already scolded me several times for letting Gina learn all those unorthodox stuff from you. You know, those human books.
Oh, is he an Arcanist? His eyebrows furrow and his face grows red with anger.
You can see, even Gina's mother has no help in the kitchen now. I even have to prepare the candles for Deepa festival myself.
Oh no, poor you.
No matter what you say, I'm not taking your advice this time. You would better leave before my father comes out. You know how mad he gets when he sees a human.
Okay.
राजेश, तुम किससे बात कर रहे हो? तुम फिर से?
This guy sounds like me when I do an old my voice. Hey Rajesh, who are you talking to? You again.
देखिए, कृपया मेरी बात मानिए. ये आपात स्थिति है. पूरी बात समझने का वक्त नहीं है. बस इतना समझा लीजिए कि ये सारा गांव उल्कापन से तहस नहस हो जाएगा। आप और आपके परिवार को तुरंत यहाँ से चले जाना चाहिए।
Sir, please listen to me. It's an emergency. I can't tell you the details now, but in a word, this village is going to be destroyed by meteorites. You and your family need to leave here now.
बस बहुत हो चुकी ये बातें। हम जान गए हैं तुम्हारी योजना। हमें यहाँ से निकालना चाहते हो?
Enough!
नहीं।
You've played that trick a dozen times. We know what you're up to. Trying to get us out of this place. No way.
नहीं पिताजी, आप जानते हैं कि शारजा हमेशा...
Please, father, you know Sharjah has been...
मैं इससे बात कर रहा हूँ। चलो जाओ, वरना...
I'm talking to her. Leave now, or I'll... The old man snatches the broom from next to the door. Damn, he's pissed. No one pays attention to the running steps coming from afar.
Bunji, stop him!
Oh yeah, I saw one of you guys bring up that the snake apparently has been renamed? Has it? I obviously wouldn't be privy to it, but has it?
तुम कौन हो पागल? और इंसानों के दाल में क्या कर रहे हो?
Who are you, kid? Why are you on human side?
कंजरा,
क्या? उसकी नहीं तो और किसकी सहायता करूं? तुम्हारी एहसान फरामोश बुढ़े?
What? Who should I help if not her? You? An ungrateful old pig? Damn. Damn. Kanjira squeezes in between them and confronts the old villager, like an upright snake ready to attack.
तुम...
You...
कितनी बार शारजा ने तुम्हारी सहायता करी है और जिना को ना जाने कितनी बातें सिखाई हैं। तुम लोगों ने सिर्फ उसके साथ बुरा बर्ताव किया है। बस बातें करते रहते हो आर्केनिस्ट और इंसानों के बारे में।
Damn. How many times has Sharjah helped you? And now how many things did Gina learn from her? You only know being mean to her and talking about something like Arcanists and humans.
रहो यहीं अगर रहना है तो। शारजा तुम सबको बचाने की कोशिश कर रही है, पर कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता। गिरने दो उल्का पिंड को ताकि तुम सब कुचल जाओ उसके नीचे।
Damn, respect, Kanjira. Stay if you like. Sharjah is going to be nice in saving your life, but no one is clever enough to listen. Better let the star fall on you and crush you into ashes.
चलो।
Let's go.
मुझे माफ कर
Damn.
दो। ये तो...
I'm so sorry, she. Without saying another word, Kanjira seizes Sharjah's arm and drags her away. Good.
कंजरा, stop! Don't pull me. It hurts.
Kanjira makes a sudden stop. Her chest is pumping up and down out of anger.
They is always mean to you and bullying you. Why you must look for trouble?
कंजरा,
After all the things you do for them, how can they treat you like that? Just leave them alone. Come with me. I still have your spot on my caravan. The time for entering and exiting the trains at the station is the same every day. I remember it well. There will be a train leaving here soon. There's still time.
कंजरा, take a deep breath and listen to me.
Oh boy, I see where this is going. Sharjah becomes conscious of her student's emotions. She bends down to the level of Kanjira's eyes, shaking her arms to reassure her.
I know you said all those things to them for me, and I appreciate that. But think about it. If I treat them just the same way they treated me, just stand by and watch them head to death.
Sharjah chooses her words carefully, as patient as she used to be in every English class.
Even if I'm doing this out of understandable fury, how would it make me any different to them? Volunteering to help you, and, in your opinion, risking my life to save them. They're all out of my own will. Hatred doesn't end itself, Kanjira. It has to be ended by someone.
True. Kanjira stares at her teacher's face in confusion. Slowly, she lowers her eyes and looks down at her feet.
I don't understand. understand. Do we mean nothing to you?
No, you mean a lot to her.
How come? What gave you such an idea? You are my most precious children. All of you are my treasures.
This is not the first time you prefer they over we. You always put they first when there's a problem.
She knows well that Shurja should not be blamed for this. But this doesn't relieve her of the bitterness.
Kanjara,
I am not able to read. But I'm
Oh,
not a kid now. If I can, I don't want to be an Arcanist too. So me, you, and Ajar is the same.
oh. They have no time for this. Kanjira struggles to choke back the tears. But she's overwhelmed by the fear of losing Shurja. Yeah.
Kanjara, don't cry, Kanjara. So you've been thinking, little one, you're just like us. We are your family.
No, you don't understand, Miss Sharja. Enough talk. Maybe I don't understand any of your lectures, but you can't stay here.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Kanjara.
Shurja has never found it so difficult to refuse someone.
I have to admit they're unreasonable. But as I said, we should put that aside now. It's a matter of life, Kanjara. I can't.
Kanjira feels her stomach churning due to the bitterness, urging her to act on impulse.
You is not listening to me at all.
Oh.
Fine. Be a savior and go. We leave here on our own.
Kanjara!
And she's gone. Shurja's hand only lands on empty air. Kanjira runs away and disappears from her sight. Oh. She leans on the steering wheel, sobbing.
बस नहीं बात करनी उससे फिर कभी.
I'm never talking to her again. Oh. Okay. Well, this is suspiciously empty. The caravan stops at the train station, which seems out of place in the small village.
अजर, सिन्हा जी. कहाँ है सब? इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है यहाँ? पहर को तो बहुत भीड़ थी.
Where are they? Why is here so quiet? It was crowded this morning. Yeah, why is it? Ooze. Oh boy.
ये तो.
This is... Oh, good. Manus ding-dongs.
खून, इतना सारा.
Oh, did they kill people here? Blood. So much blood. The terrifying masked monsters are... Jesus Christ, that was a lot. Are staggering among the stone pillars in the train station.
नहीं, अजर, सिन्हा जी. ओ बॉस, इधर. यहाँ सुरक्षित है. यहाँ आ जाओ.
Over here, it's safe here. Come over. A smart head pokes out from behind a pillar. Okay, they're fine. She quickly sneaks through the station on tiptoe without being noticed.
मेरी तो जान ही निकल गई थी. शुक्र है तुम ठीक हो. क्या हुआ यहाँ?
I was almost scared to death. Good to see you safe. What happened here?
पता नहीं. कुछ भयानक से लोग अचानक आ गए. उन्होंने चेहरों पे मखौटे लगा रखे थे. वहाँ उस प्लेटफॉर्म पर कुछ और लोग हैं.
No idea. A bunch of dreadful people suddenly showed up. Each of them has a mask on their face. Over there, on the platform. There are a few more.
पता नहीं कहाँ से आ टपके और यात्रियों पर बिना मतलब के हमला करने लगे.
They came out of nowhere and attacked the passengers for no reason. Ajar seems to be thinking of something. He can't help but shiver.
शुक्र है कि सारे यात्री यहाँ से जा चुके थे। वे शरजाक की वजह से बच गए।
But luckily the villagers had been evacuated before they came, thanks to Miss Sherja's efforts. Huh. Okay, so they're gone because Sherja evacuated them. Oh yeah, that's gonna put her into a spot. Oh, please, not again. Oh, please, not again. I'm having a dreadful premonition right now. Mentor occupational hazard? Please, not again.
हम पीछे रह के तुम्हारा इंतजार कर रहे थे। तुम अकेले आए हो? मिस शरजाक कहाँ है?
We were left behind because we had to wait for you. Did you come here on your own? Where's Miss Sherja?
वो
She...
शांत, वो लोग आ रहे हैं।
Quiet, they're coming.
तुम्हें देख न ले।
Don't let them see you. As he shrinks in fear, something drops out of his pocket. Uh-oh.
तेरी मेरी चांदी की।
Damn, my silver. Uh-oh. A silver bracelet. Oh, that clank. A silver bracelet bounces briskly on the floor. The slight noise is thundering in the quiet station.
सही में इन सब चीजों की तुम्हें इस वक्त कोई जरूरत है?
Really? You have to take those goods with you now? Uh-oh.
भागो!
Uh-oh. Run.
बचो अजर!
Watch out. Uh-oh.
बॉस!
A sharp rune grazes Kanjiro's shoulder, leaving a deep wound. Ow!
बहुत दर्द हो रहा है। पुंजी, काट लो उनको।
Oh. Go, Punji, bite them.
जाओ, कैरावैन में छुप जाओ। यहाँ मैं संभालती हूँ।
Go hide in the caravan. I can handle this. Another rune flashes across her ankle. Kanjiro loses her balance and falls to the ground.
बहुत दर्द हो रहा है।
It hurts.
अब तो मर गई पक्का।
Oh no, I'm dead for sure.
Please don't precise.
Hey, Matilda. Let's go. As Kanjiro looks up, the first thing that comes to her tearful, blurry sight is a head with milky blonde hair.
Phew. So glad I caught up in time.
Nice going, Matilda.
People over here.
Hey.
Let's take her first.
This place is soon going to be dangerous. I know a place. It's close to here. Come, take them this way.
You dirty, filthy, less than elegant mugs. I won't even sweat bringing you down. May the peace be with us.
This goober. This goddamn goober. Okay, do we have any kind of new thing? We do have a boss here, actually. Spectator. A pious disciple of Manus Vindicte. He is silent, he watches, he spectates, he applauds before the end. Oh, and he has always been an audience member of impeccable etiquette. Okay, the rest of them seem normal. Oh yeah, I do have different cards here. Okay, let me remind myself very quickly. So, Moxie plus 3, with the realm active Moxie plus 1, ultimate might 30% for each round. Okay. While the realm is active, damage dealt 30%. The realm lasts 2 rounds, but it reduces Moxie by 3 on this one. And this one was... oh yeah, grants invincibility to all allies for 1 round while the realm is active. Yeah, this one is defense and healing. I'm gonna go with this one because it doesn't matter really right now.
The hunt begins.
Oh yeah, also very quickly, because as you guys saw in the previous part where I was pulling for Anjo, I also got a copy of Mr. Shamaine here, and his first imprint is pretty good. His first imprint is pretty good. Anyway.
A brave decision.
An eye for an eye.
At your command. Now dance.
Feeleth pain and knoweth regret.
Ha ha!
Oh, that was good RNG. Look at that RNG. Holy hell. For once it's working.
Trail still, guns loaded. The trail was all too obvious. Bullseye.
Alright, and now for the probably busted thing with Shamaine. Let's do this.
Alright, deep breath. Are we gonna do this with gloves off?
Yes.
At your command. Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
So he should have full Moxie immediately. Yup. That is so stupid, I love it. So double ult essentially.
Alright, deep breath in.
A tooth for a tooth.
Everyone has their own destination. Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
Does he actually get back again? No, can't be, right? Oh, okay. Okay, it goes away. It refills because of the stacks. Good. I was like, can't be. That would be stupid. Okay. Still nothing clear to unlock. Bells echoing in the valley? Huh? Oh, that's this. I was like, wait. Bells echoing in the valley. Okay. So this unlocks Shamaine's little story. But yeah, I'm not gonna be touching that until I'm done with this story fully. Anyway. Drown in tears. The stone falls in, seeking an answer in the water's depths. But also, these story scenes are pretty long. I know I'm rereading a lot of stuff because it's in another language and I want to have people be able to listen to it, but it's still very, very long scenes.
Ouch! Is your medic skill really okay? Huh? Are you questioning my skill? I was always, for most of the time, the best student in first aid class. There, the pain is gone, yeah?
For most of the time, who beat you? Sonetto?
Well, not bad. Hey, I'm not done with your stealing!
Matilda pats her on the wound to show her discontent.
Hey! I already apologize!
These two.
Slick!
Slick. Matilda turns her eyes toward the two people standing under the tree.
I didn't expect to see this. What a spacious yard for a house located right next to the train station.
A massive sacred fig stands in the middle of the yard. It looks a lot older than it was in the photo, and it has become leafless, like a skeleton.
Old buddy, I'm surprised that you're still here.
It's basically a skeleton of a tree. His rough hands land on the equally rough bark. The tree responds with nearly imperceptible cracks.
We have settled everyone so far. I didn't expect so many Menace members here. I've never encountered them before. They can't be communicated with. How horrible.
She is still haunted by the battle.
And since we meet them here, it means...
Kumar did cooperate with the Menace.
Shoot. It's completely out of control. The incantation in the cave. She must be able to detect the fluctuation caused by it, and that gives away. But what in the world is her purpose? Did she think I would stop her? So she deployed these things to slaughter the village. Does revenge matter that much to her?
Kala Buna feels everything is so absurd.
I trusted her. I never believed she would do such a thing, even if we're no longer on the same path.
Vishnu's idol feels particularly hard in Kala Buna's soft palm.
But the reality tells me my trust in her is nothing but a joke.
Hatred changes people.
Yeah. Shamaine shakes his head.
It's not a choice, Kalabona. You don't have to feel bad for trusting people. You trust someone because they are trustworthy, but you never need a reason to hate. Let your guard down for even 1 second. The toxic idea will sneak into your mind, and it would be impossible to get rid of it. It will burn your mind and sanity until you become an animal living for revenge. Even forget your own name. Oh, don't look at me like that. It's nothing personal. In my mind, she is still my cool and scholarly sister. I was young and easily fooled back then. What I said was based on my real-life experience. I was way more outrageous than her. I mean, we were all young once, right?
Kala Buna shakes her head and sighs.
No matter what, she's already on the move. But we don't even know where she is.
While Kala Buna and Shamaine are talking quietly, in the other corner of the yard, a heated quarrel is taking place between the girls. Oh no.
Don't even think about it. The painkiller won't last long. There's no way you can drive with a wounded foot.
As soon as Kanjiro stands up, Matilda pushes her back to the seat.
But Sharja's still out there. She can't use any arcane skills. If she's fine by the masked monster... Even if you are right on this, I can't just let you...
What the hell? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was my phone or something else was happening right now. I was like, what the hell? What is this beep?
SPF-1 portable contact device activated. Abnormal arcane skill fluctuation detected.
Uh-oh.
Conducting analysis.
Uh-oh.
It just activates itself?
I guess it's an emergency if it detects something? Whoa.
Source of abnormal arcane skill fluctuation confirmed. Similar faction, Manus Vindictae. Margin of error, 0.121%. Emergency support application sent.
Oh, it's an automated emergency support application if it detects Manus present? Damn. Okay, so it kind of overrides itself.
Adjusted support application priority to high.
Damn.
Does it mean we can ask the Foundation for backup now?
That is, I'm not gonna lie, that is very scary to think about when the device itself turns on to tell you, okay, you're in a lot of shit, you need help. Even if you are under the level to request this thing, you need to request now. That is one hell of a emergency switch.
This is great! People, I finally got in touch with the Foundation!
Yeah? That's good news.
But the Manus are still wandering out there. Before the Foundation evacuates them, the village will be destroyed. We can't just sit around and watch.
Kala Buna looks down at the glasses. Her finger gently swipes across the broken temple.
There is another way.
Uh-huh. She speaks up, though hesitantly, after the long silence.
Way? What way?
If she can do it, I can do it too.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I can find traces of her if I enter the realm, because I also mastered meditation skills.
Kalabuna's eyes fix on a stone. She's lost in her thoughts.
Yes, that's right. I know the path inside. What do I need? Yes, water. Enough water to soak me in.
Oh, from the trailer. That's why she was in water. Makes sense. A lot of... sensory deprivation chambers usually put you also in water. Her eyes can't help but move to the large ceramic vat in the corner.
Miss Calabuna?
Now hold on. Please wait.
Jermaine waves his hand in front of the researcher, who is already carried away by some emotion.
If it was so easy, why didn't you look for her in the realm in the first place?
He brings up a good point. Not sure enough?
It is a risky move, am I right?
How did you know?
Or because of that?
Oh, just my instincts or experiences, perhaps?
He gives her a gentle wave of his hand.
No offense, but when I look at you, I see a desperate tiger cub cornered by the hunters.
Very funny because she is also represented as a tiger in the suitcase.
The situation is not as simple as you think. Since she can invite us to more punk, she can play the same trick and invite you to her realm. This could be a trap to keep you stuck inside the realm.
Here's a point.
You are right. It is a risky move. With the other two idols as her anchors, she's the true dominator of the realm now. I can't foresee what's ahead of us in there, so I've been avoiding it. But...
Kalabuna looks up at him.
We don't have other choices, do we?
Now we are talking. You seem ready.
Okay. He just wanted to clear her mind.
But...
What? He shakes his head with slight disapproval.
Whatever you decide to do next, don't. This is the advice from an experienced hunter.
Huh.
Why?
Because whatever is in your mind now is going to send you into the hunter's trap. This happens to all kinds of animals. When the animal realizes it is cornered, its mind will be in a muddle. It can't think of anything else, but at the same time, it strangely grows overconfident. It will take the gamble of escaping from its last way out, which is also going to be the entrance of the trap. Trust me.
He seems unusually serious.
I know how you feel. You thought there's no way out, but a footlog bridge.
She stares at his face for a long time. Eventually, she shakes her head.
The man's followers are still wandering about, and some villagers haven't been moved to safer locations. But sometimes, we must take the risky path to get out of the dreadful situation, even though it is full of traps.
Yeah. He notices her fingers clutch and loosen repeatedly out of anxiety.
It may not solve all the problems, but it's better than doing nothing. If this really is a trap, that means we will meet again. And I have been waiting for a chance to talk to her face to face for too long. I have been chasing after an imaginary goal since she left me. I watched that star closely, taking down everything that I could observe. However, despite all the efforts, deep down I know better than anyone else, it's useless. I remember those days, almost half of which were like living in a mist. But now, I can feel it. Her silhouette is right there in front of me. To be honest, this is not the best time to seize this chance.
Yeah, definitely not the best time, but it's a time.
Miss Calabona.
But no matter how I look at it, this is too good an opportunity to pass up.
Yeah. Germaine meets her gaze squarely. Then he blinks. He scratches his head, feeling a bit powerless.
Okay, fine. If you insist on doing this, I will not stop you. We all have our lessons to learn, and you are right. We don't have any better options. What is it they say? No risk, no feast, huh? But please keep this in mind. No matter what happens, your safety will always be the top priority. We cannot bear to lose someone who is capable of putting this to an end.
I will.
Nope. To be continued. Okay, so this opened up that. Good. Because that's gonna be for the future. Let's continue. Ooh, speaking of, we do get new shit now. The little guardians, huh? Okay, first, let's see what this is. This should be a battle, right? The other mountain boulder. They have pieced him together with fragments from many places. The forests and the mountains with long practice, and the essence of yesterday. Attempts at recollection. Okay, it is a battle. Oh, it's a special battle. Okay. I see a character I don't have. Let's see.
Hey, give me a chip. Just one with the lowest denomination.
Alright, so what are your skills? What do you do? One target attack deal 180% reality damage plus the caster's moxie times 8%. Okay. Mass attack deal 150% reality damage to 2 enemies. Okay. Which one was her? That's one target. That's also one target. Okay.
Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
Seven, siete, set.
Oh, she has snake fangs. Interesting. His family is a distant memory of the past. That's sad. Okay, that looks funny as hell. Okay. That's gonna be... I'm just gonna bet this is gonna be a very spicy looking CG. Anyway, the little guardians. A small hand clutches a treasure tightly, so much that none may steal it. They gather before the ceramic vat in the yard.
Are you sure? To use this?
What's the
What's
problem?
wrong with it?
Yeah, what's the problem?
It has enough water to soak me in.
Germaine looks at the old vat and then checks the filthy that filthy water and rotten leaves inside. There is a silence between them. Yeah, you know, I would, in that kind of situation, I would also ask, are you sure you want to submerge yourself in this rancid looking water? Ugh.
You are much more practical than I thought.
Oh, Before I go,
Uh-huh. She hands the Vishnu idol to Matilda.
Aren't you going to take it with you, Miss Calabona?
no.
She slowly shakes her head.
Charmaine has a point. This is our last chance to win this fight, and it should be kept away from Kumar as far as possible.
Uh-huh.
Miss Calabona? Take this with you then.
Oh, is she gonna give her her pendant? Matilda passes over a crystal. It is shining brightly, like a freshly picked star.
This is your...
My pendulum. It's one of my collections, one of the purest. Even I don't have a lot of them around. I realized that the theory of meditation you've talked about is quite similar to some of the crystal divination theories. So perhaps this will help you in the water if the crystal can stabilize the magnetic field and guide you in there.
Matilda is such a good little goober.
You...
No need to be surprised. This is how quickly a genius can think.
And then she goes that way. Never change.
Thank you.
Ah, great. So it's only me who can't understand this meditation in water thing? Well, it takes all sorts of rocks to form a mountain.
Look, Charmaine, I'm gonna tell you it straight as it is. You're about to see a beautiful waifu in water soaked. Enjoy the sight and shut the hell up. Before he finishes his sentence, Calabuna has quickly submerged her legs in the water, as if the cold didn't bother her at all.
Okay. The pendulum and enough liquid. And all I have to do now is... think of Kumar.
She bends her knees and lets herself slide into the water. Her world is immediately free of sounds. As soon as her head is completely submerged in the water, the cold attacks from all directions. No, this place. Be it real or false, delusional or real, a world reappears before her. Question marks.
Where else could it be more suitable than the place we first met?
The familiar stone stairs extend much longer than she remembers. The rough red bricks, the wall calculated and carefully designed arc, everything in Jantar Mantar has a unique kind of beauty.
How thoughtful you were, Kumar, to recreate the observatory in the realm.
The figure standing still on its top looks like a black singularity. She knows who it is.
Just an illusion in my mind.
Now her left foot is on the first step. Oh, that's very interesting. Her younger self? Resistance is expected.
She remembered almost every detail of me as a child.
The figure standing in front of her greatly resembles her younger self, always fist clenching, always ready for confrontation. And now the girl is irritated by the intrusion. She rushes toward Calabona and
It hurts!
throws a rock, was that it? Oh, and throws quick punches.
Did it hurt this much when I hit someone as a child?
Probably.
Get out! You should not be here.
She tries to drive Calabona away, fighting her like a trained warrior.
Ah, yes. Mom had taught me a few moves to deal with those brats at that age.
Leave!
This feels weird.
I can imagine. You're fighting your own self right now.
Did Kumar put you here? To guard this fragment of memory? This shall be the obstacle in my way to where I want to be. It's time to face the illusion from the past.
Oh, am I fighting her child version? Oh yeah, I am. Phantom from the past, a shadow within the realm, young Calabona. She clenches her small hand into a fist, hiding what she holds most dear. You might be level 1, but let's put you into the main team.
This trial is mine to judge.
Oh,
क्या कर रहे हो? चले जाओ.
this is one of these. Well, this is gonna be one-sided. What are you doing here? Get out!
मैं 12 साल की उम्र में छोटी और कमजोर थी, लेकिन मुक्का मारने में मुझे कभी भी कोई झिझक नहीं हुई ना.
I was small and weak at 12, but I never hesitated to throw a punch, did I?
लेकिन क्यों? आप क्यों?
But why? Why you?
ओह, ठीक है. संवाद करने की यह इच्छा. इस उम्र में भी मैं बेहतर नहीं हूँ.
Oh, okay. This reluctance to communicate. I'm no better, even at this age.
फिर इसे कठिन तरीके से करना होगा.
Have to do it the hard way then. Sure.
A tooth for a tooth. Feel its pain and know with regret.
Oh.
Resistance is futile.
Didn't really expect her to tank that much, but sure. Let's go with this.
An eye for an eye. Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
You've grown taller and you have stronger hands, like I've dreamt of.
Huh.
So have you two found the graveyard of stars?
तो आपका क्या मतलब है?
Do? What do you mean?
क्या आपका मतलब है कुमार?
Do you mean Kumar?
तुम फिर से शांत हो गए.
You became quiet again.
ध्यान किसी के दिल और आत्मा के बीच बातचीत है, लेकिन मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं था कि ये इतनी जल्दबाजी में किया जाएगा.
Meditation is the conversation between one's heart and soul, but I have never imagined it to be done so hastily.
अगला कौन है?
Who's next?
That'd still be me, which is also you. He's 16, and the bad kid sitting behind us cut our hair.
Huh.
Leave now, Calabona.
Don't act surprised. It's just another day on the job.
Sure. Kinda like an appropriate sentence for this. It's just another day on the job. The illusion is dispersed and then gathers again in the distance, but this time she is no longer irritated. Ooh. She gradually fades away in the light and shadow of the observatory, and her voice goes further and further.
From the past to the present and the future.
Oh shit, I love this effect.
The thing you are clinging onto,
Facing and chasing. Think what it is.
Oh, that deep thing in the background. What the hell? That's some voice manipulation there. I love it. How many layers did I put on this thing? Like 3 or 4? I recently did like a thing for Arcanists with like a 2-layered voice. But this is amazing. Kala Buna lowers her head to look at her palm.
You are still asking questions that cannot be answered, just as you always did. What do you think I should chase after?
Her fingers clench gently.
इस बार मैं धोखा नहीं खाऊंगी, कुमार.
I won't be misled this time, Kumar.
उस दिन के बाद से मैंने खगोल विज्ञान का अध्ययन कभी नहीं छोड़ा.
I have never given up studying astronomy since that day. There is only an echo in the empty space. The illusion has gone. She looks up at the almost endless stairs.
Keep moving.
Keep climbing. Oh, to be continued. Alright, this was fascinating. Uh-huh. Outside the fence. Ooh, yes. That looks nice. Kumar? I guess? Maybe? Maybe not. Isn't this the peon they usually use for male models? I might be mistaken. Pardon, I might be mistaken. Outside the fence. The lambs know not the purpose of the fence. How many stairs did you take? First the child self, then the teenage self, and then the young adult self. Only in the meditator's realm can one face so many past selves. And defeat them one after another.
The 20-year-old me was fierce.
Galabuna rubs her bruised cheeks.
That pain feels real.
You came here sooner than I expected.
Okay, it is her. Oh shit, hi. The wind feels like tingling knives on the rooftop. A familiar, if not too familiar, figure once again emerges in front of her.
I knew you would come.
Kumar. Finally. See you again.
I miss you dearly too, my child. I hope you've been doing well while I was away. Hope you're happy with the surroundings I set. I always find it enjoyable here. A place full of memories. And perfect for small talks.
I'd rather you suffered, miss.
Someone is having a worse attitude these days.
Galambuna looks around to observe the surroundings.
There's no need to look around, kid. I already had a few years of experience in the field before you started your research. And one of the most basic skills one has to master in the meditator's realm is to cover up the traces of reality.
Huh. The sky is dark, like the surface of dusted glassware.
Even so, you didn't even think about creating a starry sky for yourself here.
Kumar is silent for a moment and then shakes her head.
That would be unnecessary. You can see it any time outside this realm if you like.
Why did you invite me here?
I know you've put in a lot of efforts. I understand the difficulty within and sympathize with you, Kalapuna. I always do, just like what I did with my younger brother. By the way, that letter has been delivered to him safely, I assume?
You're smart enough not to bring the Vishnu statue with you. Did somebody kindly remind you not to do that? Never mind, that's not helpful.
I don't understand. Why involve him?
Behind Kumar, an old finder scope is aiming at the sky.
Maybe I was being vindictive out of hatred, like you said.
Huh.
After all, they precluded me from doing anything even before I give it a try. Although my misfortune was not my brother's doing, there's no one else left in the family to take my anger.
Ah, okay. That's why she... Like, I figured it can't be... I don't think... At least the story so far didn't imply that she has, like, strong hatred feelings towards her brother. But yeah, if she does have strong hatred and wants to vent it on her family, and no one in the family is left but the brother... yeah.
So ask me now. Ask me anything you wish to know. I can tell you everything. What you're curious about, what you're confused about, anything you can't work out in your little brain. I can explain it all.
She smiles warmly, but her words are as cold as usual.
Hasn't the idea that I might locate you bothered you for even a second?
Kalabuna takes a tentative step forward.
Locate me? You are still as naive as a child, my Kalabuna. You little dummy Ulu. That is simply impossible.
You little dummy owl. Really?
This is the first time you doubt my capability.
No, why would I do that? Of all the students, you are the only child who is smart enough to follow my steps this far. You just don't have time on your side and need a better mindset in dealing with the unexpected. I've tried to teach it to you. Remember those impromptu speeches I asked you to give? Those were good practice.
Don't have... What do you mean?
Perhaps you have put too much stock in the idea that I will rely on Manus Vindictae in this. Instead, I trust myself more than them. And of course, I also trust you.
Okay.
What's more, they were never good enough for me.
But luckily, I have never been a real Arcanist or a real human, only pretending to be either of them when necessary. I can easily act like an Arcanist to gain their trust, just like I could act like a human when I was teaching at Vena.
Huh. Kumar notices that Kalabuna has been staring at the old finder scope.
What are you staring at? Take it if you're interested.
Kumar takes off the finder scope and throws it lightly to Kalabuna. It lands precisely on her palm. The surroundings remain the same. Kalabuna can't find any loopholes at all.
What? You thought it is the key to cracking the meditator's realm, like the stone statues earlier? Though it is too late for hints, there is one thing I have to remind you of.
She is indeed as thoughtful as she claims to be.
You didn't catch up to the real me, nor did you improve the situation by entering the realm. You chased me all the way here, chased the hope of winning against me, but you only helped me complete my plan.
So yeah, it is a trap. Figured. Okay.
The moment you entered the realm, the last step of my plan was done.
Oh god. What?
I completed... what?
As you know, exerting influence on reality through the meditator's realm is challenging. After all, this realm is like the shadow of its real counterpart, a reflection of reality.
Oh, is she gonna use her to leak into reality, essentially?
I went to a lot of trouble, even wasted a statue, to finally stick out a corner of the shadow over the boundary of the two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the statue in the cave?
Yes.
What I needed was an outside-in force to break the realm, which is almost unbreakable from the inside. A mirror can reflect objects, but there's nothing it could do to itself. It can only be shattered into pieces by people not from the reflection, but reality.
Yeah.
Whenever there is a shooting star streaking across the sky of this realm, an equally beautiful star will fall on the real Earth. And guess what? You are the force I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No. How?
You are the medium.
So the fluctuation I detected, the energy of the celestial body felt by the Foundation girl, just false alert?
They were traps.
Oh no. I have to admit, that young girl was not part of my plan. But at least you are on the right track about what happened.
That young girl is gonna kick your ass.
If anything is to blame, it's your ego. You were trying to win, but not by saving people. The idea of proving yourself to me outweighed their lives.
You must be wondering, how could she lay such a trap with her insignificant arcane power? She can barely lift a lump of clay. She must have had the Manus Vindictae on her side to help. All that being said, you don't have to view yourself to be a lesser version of me. You're still my best student, my best colleague, and my strongest rival. Well, with some room to improve. Even this time, you didn't lose the game for lack of wits, but for the fact that I know you a bit better than you know me. And I simply have more experience hunting a prey.
Hunting prey,
You and the Manus. I've never thought that.
Kalabuna feels her explanation is meaningless and stuck in her throat. She's almost choking for breath in the gentle breeze.
That means if I didn't enter the realm to see you,
then things are going to be tricky for me. You would be enjoying a happy Deepa festival, while I would be crying in a dark corner nobody knows of.
Why? Why would you?
Well, time's up. Remember to ask the most important question first next time, chap.
The music just cut off. Oh boy.
Don't thank me for that suggestion, and don't think too much of my kindness. I didn't explain all these things for your sake. I told you everything because only by doing so can I enjoy the victory to its fullest. Your desperation is a good prize for me. You know I have a bad taste for entertainment.
Oh god.
Go back to the Deepa festival. At least there's one good thing left for you. You will get to see that beautiful shooting star with your own eyes, just like I will.
But what, she's gonna see it close up?
Alfida.
And she is kicked out. Oh boy! Oh boy. Well, this will be something. Ooh. Oh wow, the ceramic vat broke. Okay. Rat and its days. Let the dust fall from the beard. The road stretches on ahead. She is not afraid to put every possibility to test.
My ankle hurts no more.
Kanjiro tries to move the tightly wrapped ankle. Don't you dare run away. Charmaine is sitting under the sacred fig, and Matilda is anxiously walking around and round the vat. Neither of them is in the mood to check Kanjiro's ankle.
She's been in there for 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Is this a reasonable length of time?
I remember I once learned about the ideal time length for meditation in one of the elective classes. What's more, she's holding her breath underwater.
That is impressive. Ooh. This looks very nice. Jermaine closes his eyes. The noise of people, the footsteps, and the light cracks coming from the inside of the tree gradually turn into the crackle of flames.
When there is only one way to the destination, you have no choice but to take it.
Oh? Oh shit. Pain is coming from his scar of the mutilation, which healed up long ago. Oh, is this what happened to the tree? Because this is definitely a memory or something. Did it burn up?
You have to force yourself to take that painful step, and then blame yourself for being such a desperate fool to move and lose balance.
Who has never made a mistake? There was a time when he was just like them. If he had chosen the other path, the sacred fig wouldn't have died, and it would be sitting in its shade. But who says that would be the better future? True. Ha! Look at that smirk.
But the silver lining is, it's just a stagger on the solid ground. And you will eventually regain your footing.
Oh! And there it is. The vat bursts into pieces after the 5-minute silence. The water splashes onto the ground like strange shadows cast in all directions.
Oh, Miss Calabona!
Oh boy. Okay. The poor vat breaks into pieces. The muddy liquid spreads in all directions and covers the ground. Her wet hair is clinging to her tightly. She looks as miserable as a drowned rat.
Leave here. Now. And get everyone.
She vomits in great pain, as if she could expel the regret from her body this way.
Did you see Kumar? What happened?
I'm the one to blame. Damn it. I'm such a fool. I should have known that I'm not a match for Kumar.
She knows what that means. If the boundary between the realm and the reality is broken, that celestial body will fall on them in no time. There is no easy way to forgive herself. Maybe it will destroy them today, maybe in the next minute.
Keep telling myself I did all these things to save the people, to save the village. Turns out it was me fighting against a dummy she set up. I messed up everything, for everyone.
She looks at her fingers. The nails have sunk into the soft ground. A wrinkled piece of coarse cloth comes into her sight.
I'm sorry. I should have listened to you.
She lowers her head even more.
If I were more sensible and just left this path, this stupid dumb trap, nothing would have turned out this way.
Oh, is that how you see it? I assume you think it is this way because you have failed in the mission and thus feel depressed and indulge yourself in some negative thinking.
This guy.
Which is totally understandable. Blaming it all on yourself, telling yourself you will be the only one to suffer the consequence so as to alleviate the guilt. Or you didn't understand what I said to you earlier at all.
What?
She looks up with confusion, wondering if that relaxed tone is another illusion.
You have to stop it, Calabona. Remember what I said? You don't have to feel bad for trusting people. And here's another piece. Don't blame yourself for being brave. What did she tell you? You were a fool and you ruined everything?
Well, kinda. He crouches down and looks straight at his reflection in her eyes.
Come on. Both of us know this is not the case. Brave or reckless? Prudent or cowardly? Comments like these could be predictions, but most of the time are hindsight. The good news is, we still have time to change that. You know what kind of bears the hunters fear the most? The ones which were once trapped, but eventually got away. Nobody can remain a predator forever. We don't know what will happen in the next encounter. What's more, life is a long fight where we outsmart one opponent and get outsmarted by the other. That's the wisdom of nature. Bears eat salmon, wolves eat rabbit, but eventually, bears or wolves, their skin will become our blankets. A tiger might have strength, yet a rat also has its wits. You don't need to defeat her to validate your victory. You can win this war another way, a way to your advantage. When will the wrestling between a fisherman and a fish begin? When the fish bites the bait.
I like this guy a lot. I like this guy a lot.
So, if you still have some strength left in you to get back on your feet and think straight, that'd be most helpful. After all, I don't think we have the time for another round of meditation.
Kalambuna takes the cloth. She buries her face into it, wiping hard across her eyes. The pain brings her senses back.
The last time I wiped my face with this, I was wrestling with my mom.
She takes a deep breath, trying to get her brain working again.
Kumar, she broke the boundary between the meditator's realm and reality through me. I'm afraid the falling star will arrive early.
What? There's no other ways to stop her then?
There might be a way to stop her, by locating her in person. But I didn't spot any clue in the realm. And now...
We are in a dangerous situation. Almost as urgent as the time when Rama was facing the arrow knocked to a full bow. Instead of getting caught up in nostalgia, we should take action and protect what can be saved.
The estimated arrival time of the Foundation backup is 6 a.m. It will be too late if the meteor really falls early. We need a shelter that can withstand the impact. Also, we have to gather all the villagers.
How big of a meteor are we talking about? Because, that has to be one heck of a shelter to survive a meteor impact.
And... In the field training, the instructor also told us to...
I'll go with you.
Kanjira staggers her way to them.
I'll go with you. I know the way better. Besides, Shadja is not back yet. If anything happens to she, I will not forgive myself I say those words.
Yeah, especially because their last parting was, in argument.
I'm staying.
Huh?
If I can calculate the range of damage of the comet, we may retreat to a safe location.
Kalambuna flings her wet hair back.
Every rat has its day.
Well said.
And this rat is doing her best.
Don't put on a face like that. You're not some rat. I can tell. You are the tiger cub.
Hey.
In the meantime, let's not forget, the real rat is still out there looking smug.
This guy. It is predictable that there will be a long-term battle outside the stone door enchanted with protection incantations. Shamaine turns around and rubs his hands, feeling a bit uneasy.
Watch out for the things I knock off. I didn't do it on purpose.
To be continued? Oh, no. Not yet. Not yet. What and who are we fighting? It's Mano stuff. Okay, so normal things.
The hunt begins! Give me a hand, friends. I can't do this alone.
I've seen your struggle written in the stars.
Okay. Oh, that was it. Okay. Considering only a handful of stages are left, and this has already gone on for a while, I think this will be a good part to stop. And then the next time we can finish this off completely, at least for the main portion of the story. And then we can worry about the side stories. Or rather, the character stories. Oh, this looks interesting. Okay, I see a lot of Manus ding-dongs everywhere. But, yeah, that will be for next time. For now, this will be it. I need to still trim this down a tiny bit together. And, see where we end up in. But yeah, interesting. Interesting so far. I do wonder how this story will conclude and everything. Yeah, definitely, this story, like I already said, this story definitely feels a bit, or rather, much more grander than the two previous side stories that I did cover on this Let's Play. Very interested to see how this is gonna end. If there's gonna be anything else about the Manus in here, considering this was a side story that was added obviously before Chapter 6, but considering, like you guys said, these side stories are mostly, or supposedly all of them are supposed to be taking place after the main story, Chapter 7, more than likely, or should be. So I'm very interested to see if they were foreshadowing something for the main story in these. But yeah, anyway, it's interesting, and I want to see how it ends. But for now, this will have to be it. So yeah, thank you guys very much. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like. If you're new, subscribe. And if you want to help out even more, memberships are available on the channel. And like I always say, it's purely there just to support me and the channel. There will be no video behind a membership. Thank you very much to all the members that are there, and everybody else, of course. And I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.